Number 1. Number 10.
Ain't no intro.
Okay. Got that. I have Darth Joom on the outro.
Cool.
Oh, we are live.
Okay, live now.
We are live.
We're live, baby.
We live!
I guess we're live.
I guess so. We back, yo. Hothead. We back.
And we back.
For the first time.
And we back.
Not
and
really.
We back. And we back. And we
2018?
back, and we
2018, back for the first time this year.
And we
No.
back. And we back.
We only got like
Yeah.
51 more episodes. The rest of it.
This ain't no intro, this the entree. Hit that intro with Kanye, I sound like Andre. Tryna turn my baby mama to my fiance. She like music, she from Houston, like Auntie Beyonce. Man, my daughter couldn't have a better mother if she ever found
2018, what's up, hotheads?
Hotheads, we in the house.
What's up, everybody? We're back.
Episode 014.
Episode
In the new
14,
year.
actually the 13th
Just to be
episode.
clear.
Thank you for tuning in. If you're with us right now, with us live, it was a good holiday break.
Turn your sound off.
Turn my sound off?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's Corey. It might be me, too. No, we're good? Hey, this song, like, this is so good. Casey knows, I was just in an existential funk walking in here, and hearing this song makes me feel empowered.
This shit's church, baby.
Chance the Rapper
It's
is
church.
is the shit. It's so loud too. Hey, I was actually just watching Chance the Rapper's interview on Hot 97. It was actually his Hot 97 takeover,
Yeah.
and he was talking about. Have you seen that? He was talking about this song in particular, and you know how like they were asking him when Kanye's part comes in when he's singing the hook, why it was so loud, and he was saying that he was working with Francis and the Lights is the name of the band.
Okay.
Are you familiar with them?
No.
They're kind of like a Bonnaroo type indie
Okay.
band, and he was saying that they created this effect where like they'll take a vocal sample and then it'll like add all these harmonies to it immediately. I forgot what the name of the thing was, but when they worked with the Social Experiment, they incorporated that on this song. Like, the story of how this song was made is like a testament to how awesome Kanye's production is. And they were saying that when he went in for the to make this hook, they stripped away all the drums off the track, and then he was just like using the little drum board and creating the hook as he did it with like
That's what's up.
freestyling the drums.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and we're about to catch a copyright for having this song on this long.
No, we're talking through it. So it's
Oh,
okay.
we can talk through it.
okay.
That's so, okay. So I don't know enough about how streaming works. Probably should.
Should.
That's kind of like
Since we're going to be like doing this on the regular.
yeah.
we have
need
been
to.
doing this on the
Yeah, we should
regular.
probably both for our own safety
Yeah,
and
for
financial
sure.
stability,
For
probably.
For sure.
But yeah, and just like with the state of things coming out of 2017 with all this
Yeah.
net neutrality stuff, like what is the future of streaming going to look like? How are
Yeah.
album sales going to like work?
Yeah.
What's going on? I don't know. I don't know enough
It's going
about
to
it.
be even easier to be a rapper or even harder to be a rapper?
Let's find out who you are.
Is it easy?
Who
or
are
is
you
it-
guys?
Oh, man.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Let's hit
man.
it.
I
Intro,
forget every
baby.
week. It's like, they know who it is.
talking to who we are.
They know who it is.
Guys, I'm Corey Perry.
Yeah, I'm Chance Willie at Chance Willie on Twitter.
Well,
It's-
I never put you always promote your social media. I love it. I always think because I'm never on Twitter
Yeah.
unless I'm like about 4 or 5 drinks deep, and I'm like, ooh, libation tweet. I don't know. Somebody go through my old tweets, please, because I was a terrible human being in like 2010.
Oh, really? You ever
think
thought
it
about
was-
purging all your old tweets
Thought
where you're
about
just
it.
saying dumb
I thought
stuff?
about it, right? I thought about it, but like,
Do you have
if I
offensive stuff
do-
or just dumb stuff?
just dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
if I do
embarrassing
that,
dumb stuff.
if I do that, then I am one of these guys that I refuse to take social media seriously.
Yeah.
In the sense that, like, sure, if you get your information from it and stuff like that, but like, it's a place to be silly and stupid and like to interact with your friends and like
Make jokes.
make jokes.
That's
you
why I
know
love
what
Twitter,
mean?
man, because
Yeah.
it's just a joke. Like
Just
the
jokes.
best part of Twitter, and also, I mean, I feel like on Twitter, I operate in 2 dimensions. It's like I'm using it to get news, or I'm joking, and there's like no in between. Like I'm not gonna argue with people. Like I'm not gonna. I don't know.
I feel like my Twitter timeline is flooded with like people that I follow and people that they follow, and it's just like I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm more about Instagram.
Instagram's nice.
A Stranger to the World.
Yeah.
The whole thing out like a Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah. I feel like the thing with you say it like a Tribe Called Quest. Is that
Like a
Pimp
Tribe
Nick
Called
Slick?
Quest, a Pimp
It's like
Nick-
a Pimp Nick Slickback.
We already did this bit once.
Yeah, it's a recurring bit. Yeah, I feel like Twitter, when I see people like jumping in on like a celebrity's tweet, and there's people going back and forth in the comments, and every time I'm just like, how can you care enough to actually like engage with other people in that capacity?
Can't take it seriously.
Like you don't know this celebrity, you don't actually know who that is. Like,
and do they even see your mentions?
No. There's no way. No. I wonder that too. Like celebrities probably don't have their mentions turned on, right? Or do they? And they're just getting blown up all day.
All the time. Maybe like some will be brought to their attention. I can see that.
Yeah.
It's like because Chrissy Teigen, John Legend's wife, she goes in on people that like tweet against her. You know, if she catches something like, oh, you blowing smoke? Okay, cool. Here's some right here. You know?
Yeah.
Besides that, man, like if I was a celebrity on Twitter, man, I wouldn't like care.
Yeah.
I would just use it just to promote my material.
Yeah.
And just promote like my thoughts.
Yeah.
But
share your thoughts, turn off your mentions,
or share my Instagram photos on my Twitter. So that's all.
There you go. So I enjoy like Twitter. That's why I've kind of been so on this character limit thing they lifted, because what I loved about Twitter was that
it's very digestible.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to go through.
Exactly. And it didn't give people as much of a platform to like go on some insane tirade.
Yeah.
And that was what I liked about it. It's like
not a Facebook status.
Exactly.
It's not a Facebook
exactly.
Status. You know what I mean? If Twitter became, you remove the character limit, it essentially becomes just like long-winded Facebook statuses.
Yeah, exactly.
If I got click to see more, I'm not gonna see more, bro.
Yeah, too long didn't read. That is.
Too long. Yeah.
And I've been seeing a lot of that on Twitter now, man.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. When the beauty of Twitter is like I get a blurb from somebody. If it is like the occasional celebrity I care about, it's like I get a blurb from them, like a funny thing. Like Vince Staples was one of my favorite follows on Twitter.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Vince Staples follows you on Twitter?
No. I follow him. That's one of my favorite follows.
Nah,
that'd be cool.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. I've never really gotten any big celebrity retweets or likes. Danny Brown retweeted me one time. Yeah.
I had the dad from Growing Pains, rest in peace, Alan Thicke. He treated me once, but he thought I was Corey Perry, the hockey player.
That's a great story.
Common, like, man, me and him look almost alike,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You run into a lot of dads. You got Drake's dad.
Yeah, I ran into
Corey
Drake's
met
dad.
Drake's dad. If you didn't hear that story.
Yeah, that was a good story. We'll say
that.
We
the dad from Growing Pains.
Dad from Growing Pains. Yeah.
Yeah. Uncle Phil, rest in peace. Probably would have met him had he.
Oh man, yeah. Uncle Phil. Man.
All the great dads through time.
Dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. I still like Twitter. That's one of my. I go back between Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
Those are the two that I care about the most, man. But
Graham is where it's at, though. I know that's where I know.
Yeah.
Visually, I can.
That's the most consumable.
Yeah, pictures worth 1,000 words, man. That's really.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the best one, right?
That's the best one. I think Instagram's the best one.
I've been saying you started doing the Instagram stories. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
We went
back and forth.
Yeah, that Major Pain live stream.
All right, so I was up a little late the other night, and I got to watching Major Pain, and I was like just doing the 10-second stories of like commenting on each scene in the movie, and I was thinking, like I was just gonna do this one scene and stop, and I was like, then I watched the rest of the movie. I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just go live with it.
Yeah.
Just comment on like just do a live just Mystery Science 3000.
Yeah, very much. Yeah,
with it,
the whole movie,
the whole movie,
all of Major Pain.
The second, it's the second half of that movie is, really the whole movie is perfect. You can name me a better Damon Wayans movie than Major Pain.
Oh, not a better Damon Wayans. Well,
no, like I'll wait.
No, there. Yeah, okay. I think of all the Wayans brothers movies, White Chicks is the
best one.
I think it's holds the test of time. Still funny. Of the Wayans brothers movie, that's the best Damon Wayans movie. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's a hilarious movie.
Scary Movie. Like the first two Scary movies. Those they don't hold them now because like they all feel pop culture references of that time period. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
at the time, it was
I haven't
probably
seen
the
those in
funniest-
so long. I don't
the
know if
funniest
they'd
thing. Like,
if
it's
they'd hold up.
Like they probably won't. It's a weird time capsule. You know what
Fart
I
in
mean?
my mouth, right? That's what I always think of with the scary movies. Hey, we had Pablo on our other podcast the other day, and we were talking about Scary Movie 3 and how that guy Dirt Nasty. Do you know that guy?
Yeah.
The guy who plays like the Eminem spoof character on Scary Movie 3 is like actually a rapper.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and he was in. I don't know if you remember this. He was in a rap trio with Andy Milonakis and Riff Raff called
Trace Locos.
Trace Locos.
Okay.
And they had a song called El Camino. Do you remember that?
No,
Dude, it was ridiculous. That's one of those things that's just going to get buried under a lot of other internet stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started talking about Andy Milonakis and what he's doing lately. And then it went into the...
What's the name of y'all new podcast? What's the...
Y'all Play Too Much.
Play Too Much?
Check out Y'all Play Too
I need
Much
to
on
listen.
iTunes. And
I need to listen, man.
That's
I try to listen to all my friends' podcasts. Like I've listened to all of Pray Tell.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I love Pray Tell.
You had a good episode.
I haven't heard the second one with you and Matt.
I think the audio's bunk or something, but you should still listen to it.
Oh, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it sounds
real
like I'm just in the kitchen, like
Really?
hollering at him, like eating a hot dog or something. Yeah. No, it's
Roy Mustard?
man. Matt Boyd is a little podcast like engine. He's just
Yeah.
cranking those things out, man.
He's Joe Rogan of Nashville.
Yeah. Hey, if you do get a chance, listen to the one we had on with Pablo.
Okay, cool.
He
I wanna
co-hosted
check it.
because Connor's still out of town right now.
Okay. That's
But
what's
it
up.
was that guy's so funny.
We gotta get Mike up here, man. I think it's time.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
time
You wanna do
get
that next week?
Let's see if Mike Pablo, if you're watching.
He's
listen.
not.
Fuck it.
He's
No,
either-
Of course not.
He's at the
Of
juice
course
bar
not.
or making grilled cheeses or playing 2K. That's
That's all he does.
yeah.
I listen to Cameron still.
Oh, we checking out that hot chicken. I see it.
Oh, okay. So
We're
let's
beating
get
around
into
the
it, man,
bush.
'cause I'm like, yeah, we're beating around the bush.
We are beating around the bush. It's
Or-
been a while. It's been what, a
while.
week?
A
week and a half
week
since we've
and a
been on
half. Since
the
19th of December was our
Yeah,
last
right.
episode. So before Christmas, we were
Yeah. So this week we're back to starting out 2018 the right way.
Right way.
With an old favorite. I
Old
think
favorite
my
of ours.
my favorite. Is this your favorite hot chicken in the area?
I think so. I want to say, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, it's the most consistent.
Yeah,
the most
consistently good.
consistent that's right here, yeah.
Anytime that I need to make a recommendation.
Yeah, Pepperfire.
And it's like deep cut, but not a deep cut enough to where like somebody has to go way out of their way to find it.
You can just order online, go pick it up.
It's on the east side. It's right off Gallatin Road.
Right there, next to that Nomzilla place.
Nice people. Pepperfire hot chicken.
Shout out to Pepperfire.
Shouts out to Pepperfire hot chicken. What are we working with today?
We got.
This looks a little.
XX hot.
Oh my gosh.
Tenders.
Right into it this week.
Yeah,
Huh?
I mean, like, do we do anything different? Like,
I think
no,
that yeah.
No, we don't do anything different. No.
No, I will say though, if you can see it, it's like the same color. But this is it a dry rub? What is different about this? This looks different, right? It's not as like moist. I guess that's how they get how you get the desert heat is the dry rub, huh?
This stuff's been like made like an hour ago, so it's had some time to cool down.
Ah, okay, cool.
And I'd be like, Mama, can you get some air conditioner, please? At least get some air conditioner.
I'm blowing him, he blowing you, blowing him.
You watch her, she watch him, he watch you.
Shouts out to the Herm taking pictures of our shoes and putting them on the roast page on Facebook, by the way.
Hating on my Clark Wallabies. I hear you over there.
Those look like comfy shoes. I got some new shoes, by the way. I got some new shoes.
Oh, for real?
Around the holidays. New hoodie, new shoes, feeling good. Let's jump right into it.
Ooh.
Shall we?
Yeah, fuck if you bite. I already took a bite. I'm regretting already.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to look. It looks moist on the inside. This is what I love about Pepperfire. Is it's still moist on the inside. Like you don't lose like I don't know.
Over fried, man,
yeah.
it's like everything, like it blocks everything out.
Did it open Mike Eagle?
Time got style, every cute push. She got a brother named Charles. If we on that bullshit, I protect my neck with some magical jewels. It can't none y'all take them from me.
You bugging with Open
Yeah,
Mike Eagle?
Yeah, and Cortez, cause I feel like
I didn't really get a chance to talk about this album, Brick Body Kid, Still a Daydream, on the last podcast. One of the best albums of 2017, hands down. Whew.
Song called Ziggy Stardust.
Really?
It ended up on my top songs on Spotify.
Really?
I like.
It's so cool.
Oh yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. I know he like Hannibal Buress a little bit. Like,
He's got a song with Hannibal Buress.
What? Word? I love Hannibal. You know.
Did you ever hear the Chance the Rapper and Jeremiah Christmas album with Hannibal on it?
Not with Hannibal, no. They made a second one, or like is it on the original album?
It's on the original album. So he's got a song with Hannibal Buress. Anytime I hear, whew, this is some heat, right?
Oh,
It's
man.
been a minute. We are back with the heat, man. Man, anytime I hear Hannibal Buress on a track, first of all, it's like I go into it thinking like, okay, this is gonna be all funny, and then he'll start like, it'll be serious for a second, and he'll start spitting, and then he'll say something ridiculous. Again, like in the Open Mike Eagle song, he starts talking about HGH, how LeBron James needs to stop taking HGH. It just rhymes HGH with HGH. But he starts out like spitting. I'm like, is Hannibal Buress gonna take rapping seriously? Is this gonna be a new thing? And he's like, of course, it goes back to being funny. Like,
yeah, that's always. As we see in this Vice Slam promo for this, I want to say like it's Hannibal. Hannibal, Tommy Chong. Yeah,
we got him.
Yeah, it's Hannibal Buress, Tommy Chong, and 2 Chainz, and they're having like a seafood dinner, but the seafood dinner is infused with THC.
Oh, really?
Marijuana and stuff like that, and like I don't know if I cut the commercial or whatever. I need to check this out, but it's like they bring out lobster tails. Like how much lobster tail? $525. And 2 Chainz was like $600, and Hannibal was like, "Nah, man, you ran away too far up." No. You ran away too far up. And
what is
like,
that? Tommy Chong and Hannibal Buress and 2 Chainz?
2 Chainz having dinner together, but they're getting like.
What is it? Is that like a podcast or just like a one-off they did?
One-off
or something?
thing. I think it's like 2 Chainz has like a. Once he has a show called his Most Wanted Things, something like that, where he tries like.
Oh, I saw that he ate some like gold foil
like
thing. I
chocolate,
saw.
like,
Yeah, yeah, it was
like-
like a dessert with gold
like
in it or something.
He had a $10,000 bottle of water on it.
Really?
Dude, I would pay $10,000 for a bottle of water.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Man, I gotta say, this chicken is hot. I gotta say, it's not as bad after doing all that 400 degrees, 900 degrees
but like,
out of the back of a truck, you know?
that time off, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I will say this, man. Why maybe I've still got some kind of a tolerance is I got some hot sauce for Christmas.
Yeah.
And dang, I meant to bring it and plug it on the show because it was like hot chicken hot, which is rare, you know, to actually get some stuff. I read the ingredients after, and it's like that. It's that cayenne pepper.
Whew.
That's what does it. It's
Heat,
the cayenne
baby.
pepper that brings that heat to it.
Oh man.
Woo! Good
Man.
stuff from Pepperfire chicken as usual, man. This is fantastic. Good chicken, great chicken.
Pepperfire chicken.
It's hot though.
It's hot.
How are you doing? How are you managing right now? You're back from the holidays.
Yeah,
Hot as
what
hell.
he said.
Yeah, man. That
You know, just trying to clear things out.
I will say, man.
Woo! Woo!
I'm glad you put that song on. Shouts out to the mix master Casey on the ones and twos, keeping us tight, keeping us on track as usual. New Hotness, thanks for tuning in. That's Casey on the ones and twos, the Phantom of the Opera on the mix board over there. Shouts out to everybody watching. Thank you for putting the Open Mike
You
Eagle
should
on,
wear a mask too,
especially that song.
Phantom.
Now, I will say, man, that Open Mike Eagle, when it first came out, his new album, I started listening to it, and I guess the headspace I was in was like, I just wanted to be hearing. It was around when I started listening was around when like Damn and stuff had dropped, so I was in the mood to listen to like some aggressive rap music, right? And when I heard that, it was so understated and so chill that I kind of just put it by the wayside. And then, on the way to do this podcast, like I think in November or something, I re-listened to it. I just put it on the headphones, and I was just driving up here, and I was like rolling over those beautiful landscapes we got to get over to get to this place. And it was so chill and so beautiful and so introspective. I was like, this is one of the best albums of the year. So good. I went and I'd never buy merch like at all. I bought the hoodie.
Gotta support. If you ain't gonna
Gotta
buy
support, especially an artist like that who's so like, who does such good work but is so understated and just so like not representative.
music. Yeah.
Woo, good stuff. Not represented among like his contemporaries.
Yeah.
Even in his lane, he's not as represented as like Vince Staples or Earl Sweatshirt or like other kind of like art rappers. I've heard that genre. Is that how do you
man.
feel about that?
I feel like art rap's always been a thing since gangster rap's been a thing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like in the '90s, so talk about like my perception of hip hop history. It's like it's always been a more thoughtful, conscious hip hop, more uplifting, more like playing with different sounds and things of that nature. And then there's
Pharrell. I feel like as
Pharrell's
art,
like
rap.
art, it's art like. Well,
NERD is.
NERD or rap like Pharrell when he raps like Pharrell's a pop star who just happens to rap can rap
You
his
think
ass
so?
off. Yeah.
He kind of he
Like, he
moves
tears
between. he's like the first Drake. I feel like
any song he raps
yeah.
on, he destroys. And I think like,
Oh yeah, he just has such a good ear. Like I feel like he could go into any genre and be able to like do it justice.
I think like you hippie rap. These guys are more likely to be hippies, wear tie dye, go to music festivals, wear Birkenstocks.
What was your Corey? What was your thought on Seeing Sounds back in like 2008? Still listen
to Seeing Sounds.
God, it's so good.
Like from top to bottom, the album is perfect.
Just had to know.
Like,
would you put that in your top?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I would. If it's like albums, like if I was on a desert island, I would have Seeing Sounds.
Yeah.
Like just, it's dope. Like from Time for the Action and fucking all the girls in the bathroom doing cocaine. All the girls in the standing line for the bathroom.
All the girls standing in the line for the
bathroom.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
they had the remix on it too, man.
Yeah.
Kanye was like, "Do you want you black inside of you? Would you like some?" Like something like it's like silly like that, and then like.
Anytime somebody else hops on Pharrell stuff, it's always weird. They feel like they have to enter that bizarre experimental thing. By the way, finally listen to that new NERD album.
What did you think of Kendrick's feature?
Kendrick's feature was awesome.
How about Andre 3000's feature?
The Andre 3000 feature was awesome. Anytime Andre 3000 doesn't have bad features. He doesn't have bad music, and he doesn't do bad features.
You know what my favorite Andre 3000 feature is?
What's that?
What was that song? Throw Some D's on that bit, the remix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rich Boy. Also, he kills it on the Walk It Out remix too, like with DJ Unk. Like
Andre 3000 did a Walk It Out remix.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Oh man, Casey, if you look that up.
Yeah.
DJ Unk, Walk It Out remix, Andre 3000. Like, if we can like.
Whatever happened to DJ Unk?
Oh man, just walked it out of here, bro.
He walked it out of the public eye.
Ooh,
yeah,
man.
The Gucci Mane. The Gucci Mane feature. I feel like was one of the highlights of the album. To be honest with you, man.
It was quite a surprise.
Yeah, that was one of those projects where I really liked all the feature tracks on it.
Here's the Walk It Out.
Is this the remix or we?
Yeah.
Let's walk it out.
Man, it takes me back, dude.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Tennessee Kappa Signify Epsilon back in the day. We used to.
Were you in college when this was out?
Yeah. I was
really?
Yeah. We're talking like 2008.
I feel like this was still like a skating rink jam when I was. Oh no, yeah.
If you want to go to war, the gun's my pleasure. Even Jesus had 12 disciples on the level.
Ooh.
Trigger, whatever. you don't want now, they get 3,000.
That's so hard.
Right?
Man, dude, it's so. Whenever I listen to Andre 3000 now, I'm always like listening from this perspective of like how he influenced Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm all like, I don't know. It's so cool. That's one of my favorite things in music in general is to like look at an artist and look how they influence the people under them and see like this progression.
This is direct.
Yeah, you hear so much Andre 3000 and Lil Wayne.
And then like and you can see the natural evolution.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah,
you know Lil Wayne does that shit all the time, and he got it from Andre 3000.
So speaking of Lil Wayne though,
Yeah. Let's do
Weezy
it.
on Christmas.
Transition.
Weezy on Christmas gave us a nice little Christmas present.
Yeah.
Dedication.
A surprise Christmas present.
Dedication 6.
Yeah.
Part 1. Part 2 is coming soon.
Seis.
I know.
Dedication 6.
Oh man, and him and DJ Drama do it again.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
Collaboration.
this mixtape. I enjoyed the features on it. I love that I didn't know any of the rappers on it, but like pull up the track list real fast.
Yeah, I got you. He teased. Okay, so he teased. Lil Wayne teased Dedication 6 with the track. Did you hear the initial thing he dropped? The Bank Account by 21 Savage.
Yeah.
Remix was the first one that he dropped that he teased, and I was like really cool because he just got the intro into it was kind of like a slow build up.
Yeah.
And then in the first verse he just started absolutely snapping, and then the way he changed the hook was incredible too.
Yeah. Like Fly Away, that DNA.
Yeah, well,
like use DNA.
Do you
beat
think
for
it
that?
killed the DNA beat? I feel like that's a hard. I thought it was
hard.
cool, but that's
He
a hard beat to destroy. You know.
He did what he could do with that,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it. No, it's like
Yeah.
he had to do what he did with that. That's fantastic. Like I mean, like you can't
Corey
duplicate.
Guns, that's a feature on it.
Right,
Corey Guns,
Corey
he stole
Guns.
your rap name.
Well,
Gonna have to re-examine.
He spells this the Y, just the
Oh,
Y.
yeah.
The Y.
You're good. No copyright
All right,
infringement.
no, not yet. All right,
Something tells
like,
me Corey Guns won't have a hot year anyway.
I was
don't think.
right, like these entire things. Boys to Menace with Gutta Gutta, I enjoyed that. The 5-star with Nicki Minaj, enjoy that.
Hey,
I was. Let me tell you what the most disappointed. This whole thing's great, and I was like, the one beat I thought he would absolutely destroy, and he didn't. New Freezer.
New Freezer.
A new Freezer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm used to listening to Kendrick, like that Kendrick verse on the one with the original.
DNA?
With, no, on New
On
Freezer.
New Freezer,
on
yeah.
New Freezer.
That's
with
a
the
great
kid.
song, yeah.
Like I thought he would at least play with that rhythm a little bit on that flow.
Yeah.
But he just did regular basic shit, which is like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But like,
that's why I think he shined on kind of like the more straightforward beats
yeah,
on this.
very, very much so.
Like
yeah, sure.
Dedication 6 is like, okay, Lil Wayne is always like been the mixtape king. Like he takes other people's instrumentals and he just makes them look silly on the other ones.
True.
It's hard when you've got a Kendrick Lamar beat that like the king of hip hop has already spit over to like to outshine him on DNA. So he didn't. He rode the beat with the same flow, and he definitely kept up. I feel like, but he did not.
He didn't surpass though.
He didn't surpass it, and he was just kind of building on what the song was already. Bank Account, 21 Savage, not 21 Savage doesn't have like an incredible, flow. He doesn't have an incredible attack, so it was real easy to really shine on a song like that.
Yeah, because you could just
EXO Tour to Life, not an incredibly complicated song.
No.
So he ripped that. He ripped those beats. Yeah. But specifically the two songs that Kendrick did, he had a hard time kind of keeping up with it, understandably.
Yeah,
like if those were just his beats, you'd be like, damn, this is really hard.
Yeah.
But because Kendrick Lamar has already done them, it's hard to like add to what Kendrick Lamar has done.
Yeah. Right.
But I feel like on the kind of like the more simpler beats or the simpler beats or the kind of more straightforward radio bangers, he really attacked those and killed it on the album.
I think Lil Wayne still has it. That was my biggest concern. Like when I heard this drop, and I was like, well, let's see if he's still him, still very much Lil Wayne, can still put together. Yeah. Fantastic mixtape. We just waiting. Wayne just like, I would just free Weezy, please. Really, really like so. I enjoyed Dedication 6.
Is he gonna put out another Carter, or is that it for the?
I mean, the Carter 5 has been like sitting on ice, bro.
Yeah.
And like it's gonna take like.
He's got that on back order.
Yeah, it's just gonna take like whatever dispute he has with Birdman and.
Yeah, that's right. He's in some lengthy. That's why he can put out a mixtape, but not the album.
That's why he put out a mixtape for free on Dat Piff. Yeah. Right? Last time he used Dat Piff. Right. Last time he used Dat Piff was like Dedication 4.
I think it'd be cool to like hear if Wayne came out and like did a mixtape, but it was like a conceptual mixtape. Can he not do his own beat? Like, what is the contract like? He can't do his own beats. Like, what constitutes an album?
I would understand like if he did that Piff, he's not monetizing this. He's like all this is just.
Okay, so that's the constraint. He can do original beats and just not make money on them.
Like for example,
but then you can't pay people to make beats. So
can't like something like that, or you can pay to make the beats, but you can't make money off of the project itself.
That's why
you can't sell the album.
Right.
But
so you can't pay people to make you beats.
But he can like tour with this album. You know what I mean? Like or tour with mixtapes. So
he can keep making money. Yeah.
Keep making money just doing shows.
My issue is like we're waiting on like a conceptual album from Lil Wayne. We want a Carter.
Yeah.
We want something like that. I think it'd be cool if Wayne would release like a conceptual mixtape. If he could somehow find some producer to work with him, like either out of his own pocket or do something, and even talk about what's going on with his struggle with Birdman. Like have like the Free Weezy contractual album where he talks about it.
Yeah.
He releases just a hard-ass mixtape of originals if he could find somebody to collaborate with him for free. That'd be awesome, Yeah. Where he could actually kind of like go into. I feel like we're at the point now where it's like Lil Wayne is so far in the game. Soon we're going to have. It's going to be at the point where there's going to be like, all right, where's the 444 album? Where is his moment like that, or he's going to fall off. Yeah. It's either going to be like the Carter 5 is incredible revival and he can like just walk away from it, or he's just going to fall off, Yeah,
I think he still has a lot of time. Has a lot of time left still. So.
Yeah, totally. He's still young.
Yeah,
I mean, he's old in the rap game as it is, but how old is he? Like 40?
Like 32,
32. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really young when he started, right?
Probably like 34, 35, I would say.
Right.
I would say.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of time too.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time
still.
now.
Right. I mean, Jay-Z's what, in his 40s, 50s?
Jay-Z's 47.
Wow. And he had like one of the most prolific rap albums of the past year.
Jay-Z put out his first album when he was 26.
Oh yeah.
26. So like.
Did you like 444, right? You love Jay-Z?
I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it.
I enjoyed Jay-Z. I enjoyed.
It was a mature album.
Yeah.
I was
talk about financial independence.
Yeah.
It was much different than like Money Cash Hoes. You know.
Yeah.
Still love that song.
I was listening to Dave Chappelle on it was either Breakfast Club or Hot 97 talking about listening to 444 and that he appreciated as being a rap fan in his 40s, like someone talking about things that he cares about, like property values and stuff like that, and just like how he could still make an artistic, like he could still put an artistic touch on talking about mature subjects. Yeah, like that's really cool. I feel like if I was older, I would definitely appreciate that more. You know.
Speaking of Chappelle.
That'll be Lil Wayne when we're older. It'll be like Lil Wayne talking about property values will be an interesting.
Or the lane's gonna kill him. Sorry, that was tough. That was tough. Sorry.
Yeah, hopefully
sorry,
not.
Man. Like you would hope that the lean genie.
Is he still doing lean? It's hard. That's addiction. It's hard. That's what we don't talk about with Lil Wayne.
Man.
That he's like addicted to lean and maybe needs help.
Make it to the Easter rabbit, bro. It's still. He's still on it. He raps about it on this fucking mixtape, dude.
Yeah.
Raps about it. Yeah, it's on there.
It's hard. Not like hard, like that's hard bars, like that's a hard thing too. It's a hard addiction.
Hard thing, man. It's a hard thing, man. I think like
opioid epidemic. Lil Wayne
it's
is
real.
Not,
and like in the rappers are going through it right now, you know, and it's part of the subject material and the content and like.
I feel like now it's a lot of.
It sucks because like I don't want to support like popping pills, all that stuff. I don't want to do that. Like you know, dudes taking Xannies and like you know getting cut with.
That's really big right now. Xanax and pills, talking about that kind of stuff. I think starting with Flocka, talking about and Wayne too, on Carter 4, he's talking about like Xans brought me under, Patron brought me back, which is not the most healthy way to deal with your addiction. Is to just outsource it to another.
Just like more chemicals to ease my dependence on things, but like but like you know it's
self-medicating myself medicating,
you know, and these guys are getting into it and they're young and you know, you slowly, I don't know, you're not dealing with your shit.
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah.
I mean sure, you're creating stuff, and like, the wonderful part about choosing an artist, you can do this, you know what I mean? But like, this is the same shit that killed Old Dirty Bastard, you know what I mean? Like the same shit, but like, he didn't have to eat that cocaine, man. He could have just, you know, I mean, like, well, in the same sense, like, Old Dirty, he was like, I would safe to say he was inebriated a lot of the time he was doing the thing, right? Yeah. And caught up to him, went to jail, shit killed him.
It just it's hard. I mean, that's the folly of youth, especially if you're getting checks and getting paid all the time, and there's no
checking. There's there's no checks and balances for you to get checked. You know
exactly. You know I mean? There's no reason.
Especially if you catch a bus right now, you 16, 17 years old, and like someone's willing to throw major bags at you for coming to a show. You get like SoundCloud and stuff like that, man. Like ooh, thank God I was not a rapper. Thank God I wasn't like.
And mentally, it's like. The music that is making me money is me talking about this lifestyle. Yeah. And being this brand image of this guy who engages in these kind of activities. So at the back of your mind, you got to be like, if I stop engaging in these activities, are people still going to fuck with me?
Still going to fuck with me. Am I going to still feel confident in my own art to do so?
Because to do that would to be completely to redefine your sound, basically.
It would be.
If Lil Wayne was clean, what does that art even sound like?
Yeah, that's like, let's go kidnap Lil Wayne and put him in detox for 30 days. Yeah. I mean, that's hard. It's harder than breaking out of the monotony of drug use and doing all that stuff. It's dark. And then, like, of course, you go into codependence, the whole mental thing, man. If you need help, get help.
Get help. 2018, it's time to get help.
It's time to own your shit and get help. Yeah. That's you know, I mean.
I feel like, though, there is, like, this small movement of, like, rappers like Lil Yachty, Kendrick was talking about it a lot, that is kind of like trying not to glorify that stuff, but I don't know, it's still so present in a lot of rap music. But like Lil Yachty is clean, doesn't do any of that stuff. Like there are rappers like slowly emerging. If we're talking predictions for 2018, that is like a trend I would like to see, is like more rappers coming forward and be like, no, the shit's pills are not cool. Like it is not cool to do that stuff.
Yeah, you know, I stop being so emotional too, man.
You think that?
Stop, if I can get at least like, I mean, the rappers should be emotional, but like, stop being so emotional.
What do you mean? Are you talking about kind of like the emo rap SoundCloud thing, or like Lil Uzi Vert?
I don't know. Like people like, who ain't like. All right, so I randomly browse YouTube and I come across and I'll watch some DJ Academics videos.
Okay.
Yeah, and I fuck with Academics when he's doing what he's doing. I can appreciate that. He's bringing news to people. I'm like that. And I was watching the video yesterday. Or I think it was this morning, yesterday, something like that. Let's talk about Famous Dex.
Okay.
This is one rapper I don't like.
You don't like Famous Dex?
I don't like as a person. I don't think I like Famous Dex.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about him as a person. I haven't watched much of his
like,
press stuff or anything, or if I don't follow him on social media.
Like, Academics put him in video one time. It was like him being cool with Academics, and then like when he get reported on some other stuff, just going off and just being like a giant crybaby about it. You know, like last summer when the freshman list came out for XXL, right? He was notably left off of it.
Yeah.
Because he had there's video of him beating up his girlfriend.
Dex?
Yeah, Dex. Straight up
no.
like cornering that woman and laying serious hands on her, which is like, we all know that's not cool.
Not cool at all,
not
yeah.
Cool. All right. So before the list came out, he wasn't on it. He was like, it's all love, it's cool, it's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna keep grinding, keep doing my thing. And then like the editor, chief of XXL, went on the Breakfast Club and said, well, this is the reason why you put him on the list. It's because of that. The next day on social media, crybaby, you know, all kinds of bitches, hoes, and like, fuck y'all, I'm trying to do my thing and stuff like that. It's like, hey man, we can't. I don't know, man. You gotta own your shit.
Right.
You got to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some people say,
well, that's what an adult does.
Yeah.
Is you man up, you accept that you've done something wrong, and then, but again, it's like that thing with the drug use, dude. It's like, well, I'm still getting paid thousands of dollars every show. People are still fucking with my music. It's like,
be crybaby about it.
Is the responsibility of us as consumers to like stop consuming the music?
Yeah.
I've been listening to. I had no idea that even happened. There's one Famous Dex song I like the ASAP Rocky, and I really just like the ASAP Rocky verse.
Yeah.
But the song is hard. It's cool. It's an innovative, like, cool song. And but yeah, that makes me feel weird now, thinking that he like after all that XXX stuff came out. It's like, I'm not gonna support an artist who's beating chicks up and just, I don't know. You can't like green light that behavior and be like, this is okay.
Yeah.
You have to. There has to be a point at which it's like
toe the
people
line,
have to have
and also like, you know, rappers are selfish people, and just like we are not living in a very selfish generation. Very like the social media generation is very much I, me, image conscious.
Instant gratification.
Like instant gratification. So
yeah.
And you know, our social media image is so much our identity. And if anybody attacks us on that platform, we have to fight back. Like
defend ourselves.
Like our lives depend on it.
Exactly,
and like, these guys are doing that, and you know, I can understand the outrage. I can understand like why they would go off the way they go off, but like I mentioned earlier in the podcast, man, who takes social media that seriously, bro?
Yeah. I don't that well that's one thing. I don't know. I was gonna say it's a mature trait, but adults still get caught in it too. It's like it's not a strictly millennial thing, because I see adults specifically on Facebook all the time engaging in completely childish squabbles.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And things of that nature. So it's not a strictly millennial young person thing.
If I get offended by someone on Facebook, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything though. I'm not gonna say anything. Like,
yeah.
No, I'd rather not waste the energy on it.
You know
what I mean? Like,
I do on the bake board, but that's about the only petty internet thing. But that's a closed environment in which we've agreed to all roast each other.
Cool.
Which is probably still not mentally healthy.
So I'm so glad I'm not on the bake though. Tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me tell you this. Talking about social media and the bake, you never realize how embarrassing your old pictures are on Facebook until you're in a roast group. And people are going through and finding stuff about you.
I had a question about Facebook. Did you all see the Joyner Lucas video, I'm Not Racist?
Yeah, I did see that.
I skipped over it like 6 times because you know how like Facebook will automatically play videos? I skipped over it as I was listening to it because I thought it was just some like juggalo racist shit.
Yeah.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah, he should not have started out that hot. And I don't know if the listeners know, but yeah, just go check out I'm Not Racist by Joyner Lucas.
Yeah, the concept of the video is Joyner Lucas, he's an African-American rapper, but in the video, he is rapping from the perspective of a Trump voter.
Yeah.
And then the video is it's a jarring visual, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. What did you? I feel like I shouldn't. What did you think about that as a person of color? What was your initial reaction to that?
I mean, like, first I was like, what? I was like, what? It's been a while since I heard it, seen it, but I remember it just being like, once I settled down, I was like, oh, okay, there's two sides to this. I was able to understand it more, but like, man, I think it missed its mark.
Yeah.
I think like it created a conversation, which is good and all, but like, I don't think it did anything good for black people.
Yeah, for me, it looked like it came off as like Tommy Lahiren's favorite rapper. Like that's what it kind of left in my, the way that I perceived it.
I mean, I don't did it.
What's up, Tommy?
I didn't listen to enough of it, but it felt like maybe it could have the potential to like normalize those attitudes of Trump voters, and I don't know if that's necessarily
no. Like one point that I know I mentioned Dave Chappelle earlier, but like he said this on the special.
The new special?
One of the new specials this weekend. It's like the media. It's on. I think it's on Equanimity.
Dave Chappelle.
He said that the media is making the extremities the norm.
Right.
That's not the case.
Yeah.
That's not the case. That's not the case. Like,
right. It's the most consumable content.
It's consumable content. Yeah. Like we can trying to create some sort of mob mentality, and I think it's so much like about spreading things out and not like coming together. I think I'm Not Racist should have done a better job of like putting towards something that ends in reconciliation and understanding and realizing that like, poor folks are poor folks. I mean, we all have the same problems. We all get depressed. We all, we all poop. So I don't see like.
Yeah, it still felt kind of divisive, right?
Yeah,
it was still in some way.
Still like meant to like, it came off very like it's meant to draw a line. It's very, very like on purpose draw a line and create some buzz, which
which it did. But it's still is it still a product of like that media culture that demands that there be like jarring visuals and insane extremes, when reality, it's where's the middle? Like what are we actually talking about? Yeah. Where are we alike as opposed to where we are different?
Yeah.
And I felt like that video still focused on
how different
the line.
We are.
Yes, he was just speaking from someone else's perspective, which I guess for an individual is a good thing to understand. I don't know if anybody's had an issue with understanding the mentality of the white Trumpian voter, though. I don't think that's the issue.
The closest I've heard.
That's not my issue with. Is like I understand the argument. But at the end of the day, it's like I'm not going to normalize it because I genuinely feel like it's an uneducated stance. So I'm not going to.
The closest I've heard to it.
I feel like it's very much
it's
very much a emotional response too. I think like the entire, if you want to go into my Black Power rant for a second.
Go for it, dude. This is a podcast about. Yeah.
I mean, like, and it's been said time and time again.
And,
you know what I mean? Like,
podcast.
I may sound like cliche here when I say this, but like. When nobody was this mad. Trump supporters were just mad. Nobody was mad when Obama was running. Nobody was mad. Like nobody was like. I never seen anybody like angry people at like political rallies and angry about like taking ownership back of your country when like it's been yours the entire time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been yours the entire time, and like you just don't like the fact that like. People are fighting for their own peace, and then you're not getting as big as peace as you were, destined to see. Destined to,
right?
Or you feel like you were destined, you were old or whatnot. Like, like
you think there's a sense of entitlement with white voters?
Very much so. I think with those ones who were like chanting "Build the Wall" and like, punching black people at rallies and like these tiki torch whites, as Dave Chappelle likes to call them. I'm gonna start saying that too. I love it. The tiki torch whites. Like your like manifest destiny has changed into something different. You know what I mean? Like, cool, we got all this now, but like you gotta do your part. We're gonna do our part. And oh man,
I feel like it.
And like you just gotta like I lost my point here for a second.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, I feel like that is what so much of 2017 was. Man. It's just like I felt myself feeling just offended or like mad, and then just talking myself into circles of just like back to the point of just like, where do we start?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, we'll do it. Like,
that's disheartening, man.
It is,
That's
it is.
disheartening, and I feel like hopefully for me, 2018 is a year where we find like a kernel or something. I guess
Yeah.
the Black Lives Matter movement actually, I guess, was a solid foundation of somewhere to start, somewhere to jump off.
Something,
be like,
man.
yeah, there's,
we need peace and reconciliation.
yeah,
That's and I think at that point, we think we'll be good.
right.
I think we'll be good. Or just
Finding some sort of middle ground has
or,
to happen.
Or just be focused on yourself as
soon.
an individual member of the community and doing what you feel is necessary
That's
to
big.
promote and like how you fit into this world and how
Right.
you choose to make your mark in this world.
Right.
Let's do the best at that, man. Because really, grand scheme of things, we ain't got long left. We didn't have long when we got on this planet. We ain't
Right.
gonna have, and I mean, like, in the grand scheme of the universe, we're just a blink,
Right.
like an eye, bruh, and we might as well just do what makes us
Do what we can
do
now.
what we can to make, like, sure, you want to build toward the future, build toward the future. Will make yourself happy now, but like constructively and like
Right.
and not damaging to others, you know.
That's something I struggle with is like, and I feel like a lot of young people, especially millennials, feel like we have to carve out our place, and we feel like we need to leave some kind of legacy, and we need to brand ourselves and market ourselves, and like working towards these. That's what I feel like, working towards like goals and with podcasting and comedy.
Yeah.
And I constantly feel like, am I doing enough in my community? Like, should I be doing more to like, you know, we should be doing more than just yelling online. Should we become thought leaders? Should we be building? Should we be helping in the community? And I feel like that's it's hard for millennials because we've been instilled with this need to do something greater, like be celebrities or I don't know,
being
like,
special.
yeah,
Like,
being
we're just saying
special.
we're not, like,
and part of helping the community is just like, you're not special.
special.
Like you need to go
Not
work at the
special.
like no, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I've struggled with in my own life, and I feel like a lot of young people are.
yeah, it's the it's fucking knocking your head against that wall there and realize that you're not special, but you are somebody. You know what I mean? Everybody is somebody. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's-
But what
that's
makes
true.
you special? Like
what does
makes
make you special? Then, like, because someone else said you were, or it's because of your actions.
Right.
Like, and then,
That's
you know.
that's what really makes you special, like in a universal context, is like helping others, or
Yeah.
or like I don't know.
Just being extraordinary at something that brings joy to others. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like as comedians, I'm gonna speak for myself here. Like the best part of a day is when I make somebody laugh,
Oh,
based
yeah.
off some dumb thought I had, based off something really stupid. You know what I mean? Or like, or that I've painstakingly sat in my room and just thought about like XYZ, how I'm gonna get to this point, what's the room gonna be like?
Right.
Like I've worked myself into a frenzy until I'm there, and then
it happens.
it
and
happens.
There's that
Like, I'm
release.
telling you right now, man. All right, I was nervous Saturday at the You Look Like show.
You look
Okay?
like a Memphis roast show that came to Nashville this
Yeah.
past Saturday.
I was super nervous at this show because I didn't like roast comedy. Roast folks is not
Yeah, it's
my
like
thing.
roast battle, right?
Yeah,
On
it's like,
Comedy
you
Central,
look
it's
like
basically
this,
like
your
that.
mama
yeah.
jokes, that kind of stuff. I was not there. I was nervous that I threw up in the bathroom before the show. I shit
Really?
you not, 5
You had a
minutes before-
Marshall Mathers moment?
Yeah, I was like,
Mom's spaghetti?
I was like, Mom's spaghetti. It was really just Popeye's chicken. Never mind, I was hungover all day and just wanted some Popeye's chicken, but like I ended up like thinking, oh man, I gotta
cool off.
I gotta cool off.
down.
I gotta cool off. I had to like
Breathing and
breathing
yeah.
and like I felt
Deflate the
felt,
old ego,
felt it
yeah.
all up here and like, all right, cool, man. Like I know I can laugh at myself and like people gonna laugh at me. That's no problem. But like my biggest was like I gotta dish it out. It's like I wrote these jokes. I'm not sure it's gonna be good enough to dish out. I'm like, all right, and I threw up. It was good.
right.
And then everybody had a good time that night.
Well, yeah, when you get over the nerves
And, like,
and then you
oh.
actually just lean into your jokes, that's when you
Yeah.
always do well.
Yeah,
no
man.
matter what. Even if you eat shit at something, like just
Laughs are
not
good.
just like rolling over it and just like stay in the course and just like stay in the
Yeah.
pocket, you know, whatever. So you got sacked last play, get in the
Cool.
pocket,
Go for it.
bomb one.
Yeah,
you know,
there we
like
go. Yeah.
that's the
Nice-
key, and that's a
nice
hard.
sports analogy.
Oh,
there.
thanks, man.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you did great at that show.
Yeah,
That was a
thanks,
fun show, man.
It was
I
fun.
really
That was
enjoy.
really fun.
It's amazing how much camaraderie can come from just roasting each other.
Yeah.
Like how that is the bizarre
That
thing
was
about
oh man,
Yeah.
like Gary Fletcher kills it. I knew Gary would win. I knew he would win.
Dude,
Like,
yeah,
as soon as it was
that
Gary
guy
Fletcher,
is-
I was like Gary. I knew it was gonna be Gary DJ in the finals. I knew.
Yeah.
I knew. Even I just knew it. I just knew. 'Cause I just knew it.
Gary
Those guys,
Fletcher is a really.
Oh yeah.
That's a funny dude, man. That is a special fucking human being, man. Just being around that guy, watching that guy do stand up, is like, there's something else there, right? Like it's so cool to watch
He
that.
could be the next, Gary Owen if he wanted to be. You know what I mean? Like,
He can only be another comic named Gary, though. Next Gary from SpongeBob.
I mean, like it could be a white comic that black people fuck with, like
Gary
his,
Shandling.
Yeah, rest in peace.
R.I.P., yeah.
But if I saw Gary on like BET Comic View,
Yeah.
telling some of the jokes he does, and like
Yeah.
use a whole joke or like,
Right.
or the Bird of the Koran joke, like that kind of stuff like that.
He can kill with any audience, man.
I think,
That's really cool.
Gary's comedy is very universal, and like you can
Right.
for shows there,
Yeah.
All right, enough of the Gary Fletcher rodeo.
Back to the new hotness. Yeah. This is, god dang, the New Year's really got a hold of us from the introspective side of things.
Yeah, it
man.
really did, man.
Yeah.
I want my
It's
goals
good, though,
now.
man. It's good. You
Man,
know,
what
it's
you
not,
look
it can't be funny all the time.
No,
You
it's gotta be real.
Dude, that's a big thing I want to be able to do this year too. Is like not all ha funny all the time. Be able to like sit down, have a genuine moment, and be able to like speak like
real.
adults. Yeah. Just be real, man.
Yeah, I feel good about that.
Yeah, you're big on that too. That's why I like you, man. It's like we can laugh, we can joke, but it's like at some point, dude, like part of the human experience is like have a genuine moment with somebody.
Have a
dude.
genuine. Human connection with you. I'm not gonna try to fuck with you.
Right.
I can't. If I'm trying to forge a friendship, relationship, if we can't like connect and relate on something, and like be where we're not trying to take things seriously, but getting serious in the moment, and like identify like, yes, okay, we can do this, and we can like, whatever it is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Even
like
if it's just that moment.
Even if it's just that moment.
Yeah.
But if you ruin it afterwards by taking a picture of my shoes and putting them on the bake, I ain't gonna fuck with you no more. I'm not.
Are you talking about?
I'm still petty. Weeks later, I'm still mad at that.
Explain the scenario. Do you want to explain? Do you want to talk
No,
about it?
no. I don't want to get a man more publicity.
That's him.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
We can't escape
hot. He
the
hot.
bank.
Hot,
It's
baby.
omnipresent.
Oh, he is omniscient.
Yeah,
bro.
man. There have been so many scenarios, especially, dude, if you're around comics all the time, and it's like you got to always laugh, always be on, man. Like that's part of the thing, and that in and of itself is a genuine experience.
Yeah.
Because laughter's a huge part of it, you know. But there's so many times, dude. Like I'll say something serious, and then I can see somebody start to laugh it off, and then like realize in a genuine moment, and I'm like, oh. Yeesh.
Yeah.
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 And I do that to people too.
Like,
It happens
man.
all the time. Because
Yeah.
if you're on like that all the time, dude, my family's like that too. So like we deal with everything through like laughing and humor.
Yeah.
Then it's like if you actually like try to stay in the pocket and like engage them, it's like oof. You can feel them start to like this is uncomfortable because it takes more energy to have a genuine moment than to just laugh something off a lot of
in
times.
my household, it's either you're laughing or you're mad at each other.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's like-
That's how
It's like somebody's like pissed off and walking away. And it's like, oh well, I'm known to throw tantrums like that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll walk away. Bye.
Did you have a lot of that over the holidays? How were the holidays, Corey? How'd it go, man? I saw you hanging out with the family.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What's your dad's name?
Harvey Perry.
Harvey Perry.
Yeah, shout out to my dad.
It's a badass name.
Yeah, dude. Walked in Christmas Eve, and my dad had this gigantic smile on his face, right? And I kind of find out, I was like, I talked to my sister, like, what's wrong with him? I was like, oh, he already had like 4 glasses of Hennessy before you got it.
That's the joy. That's
like, Dad, you are lit.
a man who's off for the holidays,
So
enjoying a
that's-
glass of Hennessy
Well,
at a weird hour.
My dad's retired. So,
Oh, okay, so he's good.
So like, it's just like, well, my
He's
kids,
just chilling.
Kids coming home. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
So like, we sat like our Christmas is real simple, man. We don't really like, it's just me, my mom, dad, sister. We just, we exchanged gifts Christmas morning, and then my parents made dinner.
Yeah.
And we just watched football and like nothing too special, you know what I mean, like that. And then I realized something we've always done, and like once we stop hanging out, we'll go to our spaces in the house. Like I'll go to my room or the den area, or my sister's in the den, I'll be in my room, or she'll be in her room. My parents are downstairs in their room. Like it's like, well, it's very much. It's like we're older, but this is still the same thing.
You're still in those same habits. Even when you come home, you get in those same like pathways.
You regress, regress. So like it's weird now. My parents put hardwood floors in upstairs. So, like,
Ooh.
Can't sneak around no more. Can't sneak around because I would just
clicking, clacking,
creaking.
No, that carpet is that'll conceal a lot of
like,
sneaky, sketchy movement.
Yeah, I couldn't like
swallows the sound.
Yeah,
that hardwood though, that's a revealing.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You're worse than.
I couldn't just go outside. They could hear me from like other side of the house. Like she can't do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. What were you going to do?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Just sneak around.
Open the window and climb out.
Sneaking out.
To my parents, I used to lose my house key all the time and have to break into the house to over Christmas too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like, I was notorious. But, like, you give me a lanyard, and I'll lose that key in, like, 2 weeks, bro. So many of my house keys are lying around.
Did you sneak out a lot when you were a kid?
Didn't sneak out. I had to break in, though, because I didn't have a key.
Because you lost the key.
I lost the key. So, like, every window in that house has been, like, the screen's been pulled off. I've stuck it through my parents' bedroom window.
Right.
My bedroom window's upstairs. Someone had a ladder. I got into like a den. I should be motherfucking cat burglar. All right, cool, it's off. Ooh. Yeah,
and you break in, and there it is. There's that hardwood floor.
Oh man, back then it was carpet, so it was no problem.
There you go.
Back then it was carpet. Now I was like, okay, I really can't break in now. I was like, I lost the house key again recently too. So I was like, well, I gotta like ring the doorbell like I'm like a visitor and shit like that.
Right.
It's just weird.
I used to sneak out so much when I was a kid, and now looking back, I was like, why didn't you just stay at home? Now all I want to do is just like, why didn't you just chill? Just chill. Where were you going? You had nowhere to go. You weren't doing anything.
I live in the middle of nowhere, so like, if I was to sneak out, man, it'd be like a
long walk.
A long walk to somewhere, a long drive to somewhere, because I live like 45 minutes from Memphis or anything, or we have to go like. If you get caught, guess what? You got a long ride back.
Yeah, it's going to be a minute. No Uber, none of that shit.
Also, down in the sticks, man, if something happened to me, man, it's going to be like 2 hours before the police came, ambulance came, and stuff like that, too.
It's going to be a minute. You're going to be laying there in the ditch for a while.
Oh, yeah. I was like, well, I'm lucky my parents made my ass stay home.
Yeah.
Really lucky. Like, I didn't really start going out to friends' houses to party, stuff like that, until, like, my senior high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I started like freshman year. Just like I could not be kept at home for anything.
Oh man,
get your ass back.
Yeah, what you doing? What you doing? School night, bitch.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I wanted to do in high school, and now, looking back, just like all I want to do now is just chill.
Chill, bro.
That's
just
all
chill.
I want to do. Just
like
hang out.
Cool.
That's it. That's what I like now. That's what I'm about now.
Yeah. Are you predicting that 2018 is just gonna be like chilling all the time, dude? Like, what's
2018 is gonna be a year of.
I don't know. What are your goals for this year? Have you ever thought of that? Like, really?
Here's the thing. It's like I don't have any specific goals. I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have any specific goals.
Do you have any general goals then?
General goals. I want to live a little bit healthier.
Okay.
I want to. Hit a few more areas out of the state with comedy.
Okay.
I have some general goals like that. Put away some more money.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that.
You know you won't do anything until you like specify those, right?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, man. It's like maybe it's me copping out.
You got to find the diet to do more.
Right. It takes a lot of.
So you got to like break it down.
Right.
Like
got to make.
The thing about goals that I've learned is like you make them too broad, you will become overwhelmed with your own expectation of them.
Ah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
because you're really trying to you're really trying to hammer down a specific goal, but because there are none, you don't even know where you stand.
You don't even know where to start. So like for example, this podcast here was a very specific goal.
Yeah. And here we are. And I feel good
remember,
about
like,
it. Yeah.
me and us talking about weeks beforehand, like, and we didn't know where to start.
Right.
Nothing. And here it is, manifested itself.
Yeah, we have materialized this.
So, like, you got to look at it, you got to think of it like that. You got to be specific and direct.
Every time I've set a specific goal, I do, promise, like, 3 years ago, my New Year's resolution was stop smoking. Haven't smoked in 3 years, you know?
Man, shout out.
But every year I do this thing where I'm like, all right, I'm going to try and get healthier. And then I'm kind of, like, I go on, I go off. It's like I'm healthy so like for a month, and then I'm not healthy for a month.
Yeah.
And it comes down to like just setting that specific goal,
and
which is what I got.
it,
My goal last year was to play Zanies. And then a year from when I set that goal, I played Zanies.
Shout
that was
out.
a specific goal that I set.
Yeah, for sure.
About
For sure.
literally like 365 days later, it happened. Yeah, there's something about that. So,
Something about that.
and honestly, I haven't had time to sit down and make some goals, but that is, I have a good feeling about this year, and I know that I would like to I don't know, to do a lot this year. I just need to define those. I think a little bit more.
Me personally.
What's up with you?
I want to lose 20 pounds.
20 pounds.
I know.
A real attainable goal.
I know, right? But I'm too thick, baby. Boy's all muscle over here. You know what I mean? You make on this sexy sweatshirt. It's like a chest.
You're on the right track, though. You're doing those full body workouts, right?
Stuff like that, man. Just
burning fat.
I gotta stop drinking beer, bro.
Dude,
like
that's a big one for me.
Man.
I wasn't gonna say it, dude. The drinking.
Drinking beer,
is it like?
bro?
Is it at all? Is your goal to stop drinking? Period. Or is it because I have no moderation with the drinking? It's like I could not drink for 2 weeks, but then if I start, it's like I'm getting
binging.
Yeah, exactly. And it's bad habits I learned in high school and college.
Yeah, I want to stop binge drinking. So like, you know, if I'm gonna have a drink, I'm not gonna go past
to moderate your drinking. So what is your goal? Okay, let's say when I drink, I'm gonna have this many drinks. Maybe that's a good way to look at it.
3 drinks.
3 drinks.
It's easy.
3 drinks.
Cocktails.
Right.
At a
Catch
bar,
a buzz.
Catch a buzz and be like,
I'm not doing anything stupid.
No.
I'm not waking up with regrets.
No.
You know,
like,
I need to do more of
hangover
that.
less.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
work then becomes easier to make money when you don't feel like crap.
True.
It
Also,
becomes easier to write jokes.
Yeah. I also want to stop drinking during the week.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard though. That's probably the more difficult one because like we're at bars every other day, every day telling jokes. You know what I mean? If I can, you know, if places had coffee, I would have coffee and tell jokes instead of like, that could be.
A coffee shop would be fantastic.
Who has?
That'd be absolutely.
That's an idea. That's something to think about now.
A coffee shop would be awesome. Yeah, actually, write that down. Coffee shop. Oh, that's one of my real attainable goals. Start an open mic in Nashville.
There it is, man.
There it is. That's the one I'm starting on this fucking week. Pardon my French. Hotheads, let us know your goals.
Yeah, Casey, you got any goals this year, man?
Move, yeah.
Oh yeah, my goals are just to keep on doing this with you guys.
Oh man.
And my goals are just to remind you that you are doing well, specifically Corey, because from our comment section, Brant Flint Sandler.
No. Was he talking shit?
No, he said Corey's Guns is back? Question mark. I don't know.
Talking about the rapper from The Thing, man.
Was that a callback? Shouts out Brant with the callback.
What a guy.
He is a good guy.
I thought he was talking about the guns, like you.
Hey, man,
You do look buff today. I was gonna say you look buff. It's like buff season.
He wore the right clothes for it. He's a well-fitting shirt, really.
Yeah, Corey doesn't fuck with cuffing season. He fucks with buffing
season. This is me.
Buffing season.
Nice.
I like that one.
Nice. This is a man who's out of shape under this hoodie. You know, it flattens out it flattens out the contours a little bit.
You are accessible though. It does make you look accessible.
I'm the everyman. You know,
you're the Nickelodeon bad boy.
I'm
that is the greatest. It's still stand by that. It's the greatest joke I've ever heard you say. It's not gonna hit every time, but when it does, because it hit me in a spot where you have a special place inside of my heart. Yeah, I'm casting you on my fantasy all that team.
I gotta figure, that's hysterical.
Love it.
That's hysterical. All that. I gotta get some better Nickelodeon references when I try to tell that joke.
True.
Hey man, apparently Brant was on that live stream talking smack, but it was after I.
Yeah, he was.
I didn't see. What was he saying?
It was like a chance to launch. It was like, nah. I can't remember. Like it was just like we were just. I can't fucking.
That was fun, man. Dude, I like. You've been kind of engaging more in the live streaming stuff.
I've been
doing it too. It's kind of fun doing that stuff. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. Cause like, in the sense that you do a quick little Instagram story. You're not gonna get like a whole thing. Might as well like if you're gonna be at an event and have a Wi-Fi signal, might as well be like, yo, check out what I'm doing tonight.
Right.
Or like, hey, you watching this. Or like, something that like at least, focus on what you're doing, where you at, and what's happening.
Yeah.
That's more fun.
You were live streaming that Major Pain thing, and it's like, why not? Like,
why
that's
not?
funny. Like, I tuned in, I was like, this is hysterical.
Yeah.
It inspired me to do it. I just started covering, like, I had a couple drinks. And I was like, I'm going to start a live stream, too. And then I started doing, I was just doing, like, NBA, like, post-game stuff. Just talking for the guys and stuff. It's just, like, stuff like that.
Y'all know what I did like about your live stream, because I watched your live streams. The thing I liked about it is you guys weren't trying to, like, say, like, look at me, my life is better than yours. You're saying, hey, my shit's mundane, but let's have some fun
Yeah.
being mundane.
And that's what everyone's life is, dude.
True.
It's like accessible stuff
yeah,
like
look
that.
at my Instagram and you'll see otherwise. Everyone's having a really good time. Everyone's having a real fun. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
They left the house?
Yeah.
My Instagram has turned into only promotions for my shows and stuff, and I hate that because it's like, I don't know.
No, it should only be a piece of that. My friend V, she is like breaking down like every third post. Oh man, we just
it's haunted. the new Hotness.
Ooh, that should be the Halloween theme episode.
The next
All right,
Halloween. We
we'll
missed. Damn it, we missed it. Yeah,
All right.
branding.
Branding. The new Hotness.
The new Hotness. It's scary. This chicken's scary.
Yeah.
Is this Ghost Pepper? Oh, dude. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
what?
This just popped into my mind.
Go for it.
Shouts out to Dusty Slay being on Jimmy Kimmel
Yo,
Live
that's huge,
tonight.
man. That is huge.
Huge.
That's
Nashville comic
huge.
Dusty Slay on Jimmy Kimmel, I think, at 10:35 Eastern Standard Time
that's
tonight.
dope. Yeah. It's doing what, 5 minutes for Jimmy?
I'm sure he's doing 5, yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man. That's huge.
Man,
I fucking love that guy.
I hope he says Home Depot on national television. That's like the way. I like the
People
way he
need to
says
know.
Home. I just love his Home Depot bit. Like, I wonder what he's gonna do though.
Yeah.
I did see
I'm
him.
gonna
I think last time I saw Dusty, that wasn't like at a mic, like besides D's first couple weeks. I saw him open for Tig Notaro.
Oh yeah.
In the summer. Boy's good.
Yeah. He's cold, man.
He's cold with it.
He is
man.
cold.
Cold with it, man.
That man can stand up there and just do this and then like talk about his hat, and it's hysterical. It's hysterical. Dude, that's one of those moments where it's like I'm spending all these time writing these bits, and it's like he is just so effortlessly funny.
Right, but you gotta think about
And,
how much time.
and of course, his material is hysterical too.
How
Like
much
his
time
jokes are so.
how much time did he think about that though? Right.
He's just comfortable on stage.
Right. That's really what
That's what it boils down
That's
to.
really like
He knows you're gonna laugh.
I know
Like-
like a lot of my new shit is terrible. My new jokes are terrible.
Everything I'm doing
everything
sucks.
I write is terrible. But if you just look confident doing it,
Yeah.
and like you can, it's no problem.
Oh, this is one of my comedy goals. Like this is turning into the let's talk about stand up, open mic.
It's a big part of who we are. So.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, man. Like when I walk on stage to tell jokes, making clear decisions about what I'm gonna do. And that's such like a vague thing to talk about, but it's like so many times I'll walk up and I'll be like, "What am I gonna open with? What am I gonna open with?"
Oh, like
and then
you
I'll
even know what your first joke's gonna be.
Well, and then I'll make like a decision kind of as I'm walking up, and then I like bail on it halfway through, and it's like making clear to like at that You Look Like show.
Yeah.
I was like kind of because my initial reaction to whenever I kind of start getting nervous, freaking out, is just like to not think about it and just be like, I'll just let this moment take me. But it's like I haven't made any moves, and that's a bad. My thing is to just stay in the moment and make clear decisions about what I'm doing. So at that show, I was like, I'm gonna go out, and I had a joke prepared. I was like, I'm gonna roast both of them, and then I'm gonna roast the stage, and then I'm gonna go into material, and I'm gonna play with the crowd a little bit, and then I did well. As opposed to if I just been like, fuck it, I'll have a few drinks and just see where this goes. It's like that's never gonna get you anywhere.
No, well not.
Or I'm not at a point where that's gonna get me anywhere.
I mean, like, not in this town, you know.
No. It is. I feel like, and that's the thing too. So write a lot more, get 20 minutes hammered in that I like that I can go do.
And maybe
places.
take the new Hotness on tour.
I would like to do that. I would like to do the new Hotness live. That'd be fun. We could just sit around, listen to music, eat chicken. That'd be fun.
I love that.
Something like that.
Hey guys, speaking of 2018, let's talk about what your predictions are for this year.
Because
we got about 20 minutes left.
This has become a brainstorm.
Like a powwow.
You got to get your Hey, listeners, if you're watching, you got 4 of us right now. There's 4 right now.
Right.
And we keep popping back and forth. We keep getting more. We keep getting less.
Yeah.
It's great. But while you're here, guys, tell us what you think is going to happen in 2018 as far as hip hop goes.
Yeah.
As far as comedy goes. Let's make some predictions. Then a year, because I plan on doing this with you guys for a year.
Yeah,
Right.
Next year, we're going to come back. We're going to play this episode back. We're going to look at it and we're going to say, hey, Chance, maybe you should have worn that hat backwards. But that's something we're going to get to.
That's a big thing. That's one of my big goals for this year, too, is figure out what I'm doing with my hat. Am I a front-facing hat guy? Am I a backwards hat guy? Should I even be wearing hats? There's a lot of big decisions to
Sound
make
off in the comments below.
Sound off, yeah.
All right.
But let's talk about your predictions for 2018.
Okay. Well, let's start here at
What you think?
I want to talk about, because you're an Earl Sweatshirt fan.
Yeah.
I'm an Earl Sweatshirt fan. Earl Sweatshirt came out on Twitter and said he's going to release an album for 2018. What do you think that album's going to sound like? Let's start there.
Well, chicken got cold. Real cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's still hot though.
Mm. Sorry, we shouldn't have.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking this last piece killer. All right, Earl. It's gonna be Earl. I think Earl's just gonna keep progressing. I'm not sure. Earl's not gonna break into that. I think Earl's gonna stay in his lane and do his thing, but maximize his lane.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as if he should get more back. He should get back to. Well, that's gross. Sorry, I got spit everywhere.
I feel like Earl is gonna do something. You're fine. Did you see how dirty my screen is?
Okay,
Do not
cool,
worry about it.
All right, I think Earl's gonna get back to his roots more and start just being like
Hard?
hard. As fuck.
That's what I think, too.
I think it just needs to be like this, like him without really hard stuff. And then get back with Tyler more. You know, get back. Like I really.
He's had a lot of time to chill.
Yeah,
listen to music to draw on his influences.
Yeah, I just like need our future to get back together. That's what I want to happen this year.
And
I want the whole our future Wolf gang. Don't kill them all. Don't give a fuck. Come back together.
Right. That'd be cool. I think that'd be cool, but I don't know if that's gonna happen because they've spread out so far. Like Tyler is so in his own lane now.
So is Frank Ocean too. Let's not forget
Frank Ocean.
OG member of our future. I think like and Vince Staples used to be a member. I think
he was associated with
associate.
Yeah. My first prediction of 2018. I think Earl Sweatshirt is gonna drop a tape with like almost bangers on it. Like I think he's gonna dig in and drop a really visceral, like, hard album this year. That's what I think about Earl Sweatshirt, because his last project was pretty lackadaisical. The one before that was kind of like a breakout project. It was kind of like shooting it off in a lot of different directions, but it was hard, but there was still some reflective stuff. I feel like this next one, just based on, like, even that last thing he did on that Danny Brown track, I think he's going to have, like, I think he's coming for heads this year. I think he's going to drop something hard.
Next, I got a bold prediction.
What's that?
Cardi B's debut album is going to be trash. It's going to be trash. It's going to have like 2 or 3 hits on it, but most of it's going to be garbage.
I second that motion.
Nicki Minaj's album, if it ever comes out, will also be trash.
You think so?
Yeah, I think like it's going to be trash.
Is she supposed to drop an album?
We don't know, but we have 364 more days to find out, baby.
Right. I think also this year, I think a lot of the rappers that came to the foreground in 2017, I think are going to fall off.
Like who?
Who do you think is going to fall off this year? Let's do that.
I think the Lil Boat's going to be done. I think he makes.
You think Yachty's going to fall off?
After the second tape, he's going to fall off. I think he's already fallen off. Like in my opinion.
You think so?
I think it's on the down. I haven't heard that quality control project yet. We were talking a couple weeks ago, but I think. Next one, I feel like what was the name of that last album came out with?
Teenage Emotions.
Teenage Emotions. That was I felt like it was just a abysmal disappointment.
I feel like by December, Lil Uzi Vert will have fallen off.
Oh yeah, he's already.
As a fan, I say that.
As a fan, yeah. I feel you on that too. I feel that too because like
just based on his work, like I just feel like he continues to tour and put stuff out, which is awesome. He's grinding for sure, but I feel like. I don't know, man. Maybe not. I don't know. I just feel like the last couple projects I just have not been rocking with.
See, it's how the record industry is and it's changing and becoming, right? Like, the best thing for a rapper right now, do not sign to a label. Do not. Till you get your clout, till you go platinum off your motherfucking Spotify, your motherfucking SoundCloud, whatever. Like, you get enough clout to where they have to bring out the bag for that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, so you telling me like what's his face? Lil Pump, right?
Right.
Signed a 5-album deal worth $365,000.
Yeah.
That don't sound like a lot of money to me. Like I just sound like I feel like there's more money out there we know there's more money out there if rappers are the boss.
Right.
So like I think like the recording industry it's going to receive a major overhaul.
That's a thing I don't know. I think streaming, something drastic is going to happen with streaming and music this year.
Or like even with the net neutrality deal, they may.
I don't know enough about it to say directly what it's going to be, but there's going to be some shift in the industry this year, especially with like net neutrality.
Like Comcast is a Time Warner company, right?
Okay.
So let's go off that example. I think they're a Time Warner company, and Warner Brothers have a record label and stuff like that. so they can like limit songs and music from other, say, streaming services or even just other, really the streaming services, right? Because like you really can't like limit based off of artists or who you make and stuff like that.
Right.
So say like Comcast says we only fuck with Spotify, no Apple.
Okay.
No SoundCloud, none of that.
So they're gonna limit what.
That's
what
the possibility. That's like that's
that,
right. That's the initial fear. That's the really big fear of neutrality. Right.
I'll speak in here for a second. Yeah, because I talked to a group, Nashville Unsigned. We did an episode, their first episode of their podcast, The News, strictly on net neutrality to inform listeners about the actual implications.
Yeah.
Okay. And one of them, one of the board members, Nick Brown, shout out Nick. He said that he doesn't think it's going to be the way that they say it was. There's a lot of propaganda going around on both ends where they thought they were going to throttle a lot of people, that they were going to do like you could have a Facebook plan, a streaming plan, a Netflix plan, and that's how you pay for your internet. He doesn't think that's going to happen. It's just going to open up the possibility for them to push innovation. He doesn't think that anything is going to happen in terms of like the streaming. It's really not going to affect the business as it is now.
Okay.
I think that the biggest threat, and this is me interjecting personally, the biggest threat to music is the music culture, and it's labels. It's people getting in the way and saying no to the artists. And so when you said putting the artists in charge, the artists are going to be in charge because the money is right now in self-production. Instead of
I think that people are going to continue to like make music independently. I think that's definitely going to be another trend. That's been happening.
The trend has for a while now, but I think that's going to be the model.
The trend,
right.
The like the '90s trend, or up till recently, the trend of asking for permission is kind of going by the wayside, and asking for forgiveness is the new moniker for artists.
Yeah.
So they can put out a shit album, and they say, you know what, I self-produced it, whatever, I put it out, and I put it out for free, and it's all going to be about endorsements and stuff.
Yeah. Right.
And we're going to get into a little more of a free market situation. So SoundCloud is kind of the spot to be right now.
Okay.
I think I was listening to Vince Staples talk about why he decided to sign as opposed to going independent. I think it was on like the Breakfast Club, High 97, something like that. And he was saying that he was like, all right, I'm going to be candid with you. Like, I needed money up front. My mom was going through some shit. I need money. I needed somebody to help take care of me until I could get my shit together. And I feel like as labels are going to have less and less to offer, then there are going to be less and less like young artists who feel like they need help from labels. Because net neutrality is going to kind of put a squeeze on labels and how they can actually help. It's probably going to affect funding in some way. People aren't going to be offering as much money up for artists to be able to get their deals, get their money. So I think a lot more artists are going to be like, no, I mean, there's way more to be made just doing this by myself.
Having 1,000 fans give you $10, you have $10,000. Having 1,000 fans, so by putting your stuff out for free,
right?
But he needed that advance money, and I think that if the situation isn't tight, then I think that that's the right way to go. And I think that's where rap's going.
You have to you have to gamble on you. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And because these guys are content creators. Like you got to look at like the people who make YouTube videos or social media influencers. They're doing the same thing that rappers do, in a sense, or that's going to be the way for everybody. So we can reach. Like even with this podcast, we can reach people directly.
Yeah, across all platforms.
Across all platforms, and then great, and everybody has an audience at that point,
right?
You know, and then you have to, of course, keep them appeased and happy,
right?
And also like give them the hot shit.
Who's on the come up right now, guys? Who's gonna pop
Offset.
off?
This is what I was gonna say. Offset surpasses Quavo this year. Takeoff has an album or a mixtape or an album, and it flops.
Takeoff's gonna fall flat.
Takeoff's
gonna have.
Who else? Let's just go like through the rappers. Like Chance the Rapper, I think. Probably going to put something out this year?
Would hope so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would hope.
At least like a mixtape. Chance the Rapper will drop something this year.
Yeah. Who's been quiet for a while that you think should put out something new? Like who?
You guys think this is the year that Dre finally drops Detox?
Oh no, that's
never going to happen.
He worked on Revival, right?
Yeah. Like you hear a story with that, he remade Detox like 14 times.
Yeah.
Like he made the movie.
That was on the Defiant ones, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah. Right. Like if he ain't gonna do it, all right, cool, don't do it. Like you know what I mean? I think the worst thing he said he did was like say it's coming out on this day and then wait And then like it's not good.
I think Drake's gonna put out something hard this year.
Drake's been sleeping. Drake's been,
even if
right.
it's just a song. I mean, he put out an album in 2017.
He put out a quote and
playlist.
But it's gonna be like
a playlist.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be a rap song. Drake mixtape banger. I think will come out this year. You don't think so?
Nah, man. I think Drake is too much in this lane. He
Pop
has
lane,
to, he
pop
has
world,
to wait
pop
for
style.
what he's doing right now is waiting for the next wave to come and then bite that wave.
Okay.
And then like make it his.
Oh, so like so what are they called in Jamaica? Record houses?
Yo, that's all.
Dance hall music. Yeah. So he bit that hard,
dude. Hard, man.
Yeah.
Like he would. Well, yeah, he did.
He got cut a lot of flack for that too, though.
He did.
Yeah.
But like,
I still have shivers from just thinking about his Rasta, his Rastafari, this boy right here, this boy.
For your head top.
You know what I mean? I feel like I need to go take a shower that I did that.
Too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he says like people like that talk like that in Toronto.
Guys, what about Kanye? What's Ye gonna do? What's Ye gonna do?
I don't think he's putting out.
Kanye's gonna lose 20 pounds this year. That's what's gonna happen.
You know what? Let's start it right now.
What?
Who's gonna lose 20 pounds first? Corey Perry or Kanye West?
Kanye
Drop it in the
West.
comments.
Oh.
Who's getting in shape this year?
Yeah. It's gonna be me. Fuck Kanye.
I don't know if Kanye's gonna put music out this year.
I think he is.
I would like him to.
He's been like Dakota, Montana, like since like.
Oh, is he doing an album? Do we know what's going on?
He's been in and out. Like I know, like he had Pusha T up there writing with them. So, like,
really?
He's got like.
You think he'll drop something out of the blue?
Nah, we know what Kanye is gonna be like. It's coming.
There will be some like guerrilla marketing shit that'll go down. Like
for it,
you'll see like a mural in Baltimore or something, and then it'll blow up on social media. And be like, it's gonna be a Kanye album. Maybe I don't know. Maybe not.
Maybe.
I don't know. Hopefully Kanye puts something out this year. I'm saying he won't. I don't think he will.
I mean, like it'll be what 2 years? February since the last project he had came out.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, Life of Pablo came what February 2016.
Yeah, I guess
that's
so.
It's too long. I think it's too long.
Yeah.
Like Kanye is still relevant, but like that's I think that's still too long.
Right.
Too long to go without something, especially in this landscape.
Yeah.
Okay, how big you are, bro.
I'm trying to think of like rappers who are on the precipice of blowing up right now, who are gonna.
I think this could be Vince Staples' year if he plays it right.
Vince Staples.
I think it could be Vince's year.
I mean, like a follow up to Big Fish Theory. I mean, it's not. It's not without reason.
I just want to see. I want to see him quoted more in the news. I want to see him because he's got some real profound statements. He makes some real. He makes some real. He shoots his shot and he sticks to it.
I think that guy's captivating.
He's like when I watch material. Men's 100% genius.
Yeah, for sure.
When I watch interviews with that guy, I'm just like, this guy's a fucking genius.
He's next level. He's next level.
Yeah, he's almost there. He's only like 24.
He's also I feel like at the end of 2016 or maybe it was the end of 2017. Vince Staples was doing a lot of he was doing a lot of interviews where he was talking about like giving back to the community, kind of commenting on especially like young black culture, a lot of stuff like that. So maybe this year Vince Staples gets a lot more involved like with the community, giving back to the community. I'd like to hear more work from Kendrick and Vince Staples together. To be honest with you, man, I really like when they work together. They had a song about Big Fish Theory together. Forgot the name of the track, but it was awesome. I love their sounds. I feel like they both got that West Coast influence, and I feel like it can mesh so well. But I feel like they just don't get together often enough, or like aren't in the same circles or anything like that. So,
I think Joe Budden becomes hip hop's Brian Gumble. No, I think it just. I think just
he got fired from Complex, right? But he's starting a new podcast or something.
No. What happened is they listen to Joe's mouth himself, right? I don't know if Joe. I fuck with Joe Budden ever since Pump It Up and Focus. Like, like Focus was on. That Focus track was on the Def Jam Fight Game. You remember that game back in the day? Fight for New York?
Yeah.
Def Jam Vendetta?
Yeah.
Who was on that?
That's a Red Man, Method Man.
Like Capone, Noriega, or Nori now. Motherfucking DMX is a character on that game. It was like those old WCW, WWF No Mercy games, but like with rappers fighting. The same kind of fight system. It was up.
Guys, does Jaden Smith pop off this year?
No.
No. I think he goes back to something different.
Does Meek Mill get an appeal?
Man, I wish. I hope.
God, I hope so, but
I hope he gets out.
I don't even want to comment on that, man. Yeah, I hope. My hope is that he gets out.
Hope he's out by the summer.
Yeah.
By the spring, I hope.
Yeah.
Does Migos drop another album?
Yes.
A follow up to Culture, full blown.
I think Culture 2 is coming out this year. Culture 2 is gonna be like.
Is it gonna be a phenomenon?
I think it's gonna be, but it's gonna be forgotten about real quick. I think it's gonna be like, oh shit, the Migos did something, and then like one track.
I think this is the year the Migos branching off.
Yeah,
no, actually, no. Did you hear Stir Fry, the new song with Migos?
No.
I like this song because it sounds like the Migos are having fun again. Like, ergo, Fight Night.
Yeah.
Like that's what that song sounds like. It's a fun kind of like. I think this year, well, sonically, we're gonna hear kind of a step away from the sound of trap music. I feel like it's gonna kind of.
I think it's time.
I think it's gonna get back to hopefully some more. If Migos represent every trend that happens in like the trap genre, which they seem to kind of like be setting the tone.
Yeah, they're
then I feel like it's going to get more fun and maybe a little more lighthearted this year.
Yeah.
Which I know is kind of like a vague thing to say, but listen to Stir Fry by the Migos. I think we're going to hear a lot more music from trap artists that sounds like that, more lighthearted that we can have fun with. I think something like that.
I think rappers become feminists this year.
Rappers become feminists?
That brings me my next question.
Rappers become feminists.
I like that. What do you think about Tyler? Tyler was really feeling like he's really in his feelings. A lot of people were really in their feelings this year.
Yeah.
More conscious, aware music from rap this year.
Do you think they grow it? Yeah, exactly. Really self-aware, conscious.
A year of growth for the industry.
A year of growth. Do you think that year of growth will sustain, or are we going to go into 2019 with kind of the same idea, or are we going to grow out of it?
So it depends what happens in the world. Grand scheme, you know what I mean? If like war breaks out, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, like even if things stay as they are right now, I get the feeling that like as long as the artists will maintain and are progressing and trying new things, man, let them grow as individuals and be like, because like we got into these guys, they were 19, 20 years old. Now they're mid 20s now. Like you can only.
Or maybe
maturing. It's like rappers are maturing. Rappers are gonna start maturing. You know what I mean? Not stop being so emotional.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Maybe it's easy to say because the year ended, like, oh, everything will change now in January. But the reality of like, especially with the current administration, is like we're gonna see a lot of policies starting to take place. Like the strife isn't over. No. Like it's not like we hit a reset button and this is just gonna be like a charming year. Right. Like, the reality is we're in an era that might just get a little fucking dark for a little bit.
For a bit.
So maybe music gets grittier this year. I don't even know. That's why I can't even make predictions because it's like it's such a volatile landscape.
That's why we're doing this segment. I want you to make some
exactly.
predictions.
I want you to feel
something. Right?
That's why I can't make any clear predictions, but it's like I like the idea of musing what might happen and just bouncing it kind of off a wall and seeing what's going to happen.
At least speaking of is music bringing people together more. If that's even more possible.
Yeah.
That'd be something I'll definitely look forward to here in the coming year. It's just like, like let's let's have rappers talk about policy. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear like a politically conscious rapper that's rapping about like this new tax bill over a trap beat. Like get Metro.
I think Vince Staples might. I feel like he's in a position to be making those moves.
If you can write the right hit for it, you know what I mean. If you can write
Kendrick
the right kind of
hit
for
right now,
it,
right?
You know what I mean. Like what we need right now is we're missing. Like who is this generation's KRS-One? Who's this Public Enemy? Like we need like.
It's gotta be Kendrick, right? But we need more of that.
We need more of that. We need more of that because like you just wasn't them. You can't just like. I think we put too much pressure on Kendrick.
Yeah.
We are.
We put so much pressure. He did a collaboration with U2. That's sad.
Yeah.
It was good though. It's a good song.
I mean, got that bag though. I mean, like
he's got it.
He's got. Man, see, you want to be smart and do right for the people, but you still want people to cut the check.
Yeah.
Cut the check.
Well,
looking at you,
maybe that'll be what happens this year. Maybe we'll see a new politically conscious rapper come out this year with like a big, not this Joyner Lucas guy, and it can't all be Kendrick either. Like, maybe somebody.
Yeah, I need a rapper with a poli-sci degree to tell me what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, Open Mike Eagle. God, and that's the thing is, it's like it's so hard for anybody like that to break through. Like, you have to be Kendrick Lamar to get your shit on the radio if you actually have something to say. Like, that is kind of criminal. And I don't always like defend like kind of like whatever like not as conscious rap. But I mean, ultimately, what we need to hear is like more like Mos Def's and Talib
we need that. We need like these other Yeah.
Man, I was watching that Chappelle special.
Yeah.
And that is not only a hilarious special, but that's a man who has a platform and is now trying to make a difference. Frankly, like he is. And to be able to do it with such... Like, when that starts out, and I forgot what song I was playing.
You can tell Dave is enjoying himself.
It was that song that Mary J. Killing Me Softly.
Yeah.
Was the song.
And then that other one started where he did at the Comedy Cellar and Mos Def is playing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, this is like... It just feels more real. It feels more visceral, like listening to music like that.
Yo, I just realized he played "Killing Me Softly." Didn't he? Wasn't that one of his specials? "Killing Me Softly."
Killing him softly.
Killing him softly. And so he opened up his new special with killing
me softly. Yeah, with the original one.
With the original.
Yeah.
I just.
There it is.
I just realized that.
The callback of callbacks.
Callback. And I love Killing Him Softly.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
For what it's worth, that's one of my favorite ones of all time too. Killing Him Softly is cool, you know. For what it's worth, that's my favorite Dave Chappelle stand up. You know,
really?
And that's the one with like
that's
not chocolate. That's not chocolate. That's doo doo, baby. That's doo doo, baby.
So I punched in the pussy.
Man, that was incredible. Me and Matt were taking bets because he started going into that thing about the stovetop stuff.
Did you call it too?
No. Well, I turned to Matt and I was like, "Is he gonna do it now at the end of this bit, or is he gonna say it at the end?" And it was like, it was both. He brought it back again.
He brought it back again. Yeah.
That was,
shout out to Dave, man.
Yeah, that was.
Thanks for being part of culture. Like Dave Chappelle, Dave Chappelle's my hero. I don't care to meet him. I would not. It would be cool if I met Dave Chappelle. Well, I don't want to have this picture of. I already have this picture of Dave Chappelle in my mind, and he is my most direct inspiration to be a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
Like him, and his style, his storytelling style. It's very much his stories are about him. It's very much oh man, fantastic. Good job. I watched.
And his pacing.
Man, if I had enough, right? Who has material on that?
I'm gonna take a little weight off your shoulders. And I was really dissecting it yesterday because I was having a real tough day.
Yeah.
It's because we have context. We know where he's been. So he can just start saying things shorthand, and we already know what he's talking about.
True.
So he doesn't have to take time to set things up.
True.
He's already set the pace with his entire career.
He assumes some kind of intelligence with his audience. He expects you to be there, right there with him. You know, Dave Chappelle's your guy. Chris Rock is
that's a luxury. Is that not a luxury?
Chris Rock special this year.
Cool. Chris Rock special is probably gonna be the hottest one. It's gonna be dropping.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's my favorite.
I think it's two. He has two specials.
A double special for Chris Rock?
I don't think it's gonna be a double special, but it's definitely
one and another one. That'd be dope. Because I saw Chris, I saw him at Zany's.
Dude, I'm so heartbroken that I didn't go to that.
I that one.
Yo, all right, somebody tell us at Zany's website that their shit was broke that day.
Yeah.
All right, I bought my tickets about 30 minutes before they went on sale. Because I just wanted to, I saw they posted on Facebook, hey, tickets are going to sell at 10 a.m. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go on here and see if I can go ahead and buy them now. It was 9:35. I was like, hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, me and my friend Larry and Drew, they got there early. I got a little bit behind, but they got the best seat possible. Not their front row, but when he walks up on the stage and there's a row, the table's right there, and then the second row.
Right.
We're right there.
Yeah, Slick, the rail is the best spot in Zany's.
Yeah,
the rail is the best place to sit.
He legit looked at us several times during the set because we were dying. Because oh my god,
dude, that's so.
I don't want to tell any of his jokes,
because they're right there.
Yeah.
Right there,
your
dude.
fucking heroes are right there, dude.
Incredible.
Right there. You know what? I have a goal this year. I want to go to Zany's more to see the people that I grew up watching, Earthquake.
Dude, I would love to see.
Oh my god,
I would absolutely love to see.
I think he's coming here next. I think he's coming this month.
Is it January?
Yeah, I want to say Earthquake's coming.
Yeah.
Are we doing a field trip?
I think we should go see
Let's do Earthquake. I want to see Big J Okerson.
Yeah, that's it. I want to see him. It's.
There's too much great comedy
criminal,
there to not be there
it'd be
all the
criminal.
time.
It's criminal that I've been so much into it. I'm a comic. I watch comedy and shit like that. I'm like,
no, you gotta get inspired. Get
inspired. I gotta go see it. I gotta go see it. I gotta go. I have to. I'm doing myself a disservice not to.
Speaking of gotta go see it, if you want to go see either of us,
bam.
Hot.
If you want to come see us, we got some hot dates coming up.
What's up?
I will be at Sean Parrott's album release party on the.
Is that the 20th?
Yes. Sure. It's the
20th of
No,
January?
it is the 20th. Okay. I'll be at Laughing Skull Lounge in Atlanta on January 16th, and then Matthew Boyd will be down there with me. He's there on the 17th. And I'm at Jokimon on January 6th at Third Coast Comedy Club. And then in February, I forget the dates, February 14th through the 16th, I'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina for the NC Comedy Fest. So, yeah.
Well, only thing I got on the books right now is I think I'm doing You Look Like in Memphis on the 20th.
Oh, no
January.
way.
Yeah.
That's a hot show. You got to check that out.
So I'm gonna bring my big
the
boy
family
britches.
coming through?
I may have to.
You got to.
Okay, my family never seen me tell jokes, so
that's a disarming.
Also, Hotheads episode 014 in the books. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram.
5051.com.
New Hotness Pod on Instagram. New Hotness Pod on Twitter.
The New Hotness on iTunes.
New Hotness on iTunes. Subscribe to that.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. We need you. We have
the URL.
13 hours of
audio.
content.
Yeah, the audio for the episode will be up Thursday, I assume.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't control that. It's by the memory card.
We'll get it up by
get it up,
Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, if you have anything else for us, just give us a shout.
Holler at us.
Corey Perry at Corey Perry on Twitter.
Yeah.
Chance Willie.
At Chance Willie on Twitter. Let's get it, baby. 2018. Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys.
Go.
Live your life. Live your life to the fullest. Live it.